Hi, I'm Dottie Berry. If you are a speaker, a coach, a consultant, or a trainer, you're in the right place. Here's what I want to share. In today's business climate, it's really important to think about a reset for your business. Now, why do I say that? Well, you've got to think about having a pivot from offline to online and creating virtual offerings that are both effective and engaging because you want your ideal clients to have those breakthrough results. But guess what? You have to reach your audience, and you can't reach that audience without a lead machine. And so I'm really glad that you came today to my Masterclass training because I'm going to share with you about a reset. Yes, a biz reset lead machine. So please stay with me. I'm going to first start looking at the blueprint and share this with you with 3 secrets. So I tell you what, let's get started right now. So when we look at the blueprint with the 3 secrets, it's for, as I said, when you got on here, for speakers, coaches, consultants, and business trainers. Well, what about those who want 644 new leads in 7 days without running paid ads, even if you have only a $35 webcam and a cell phone? Yeah, that's what you're looking at. That's what you would actually need. So let me just ask you this. Are you ready to discover what those secrets are and how I do it? So the key to getting any number of leads per day, or 644 leads in 7 days, or whatever number you require, has to do with a unique twist on live streaming. So here's what you'll discover. Why we're able to do this with a cell phone and a webcam. Well, you can get fancier if you wish. Yes, I do use a Mac. But you'll also discover how we build our list and get real-time comments and feedbacks during our broadcasts, plus how we get our audience to give us actual phone numbers as well. We'll show you an easy way to get your virtual events set up without being a tech geek. So you can have people paying you just like they did live and face-to-face. Plus engage your clients as effectively as you did offline, enabling them to experience transformative breakthrough results through your online offerings, just like they did offline with you. So a quick recap. Our lead machine enables us to get email addresses, engaged comments, phone numbers to follow up with, enabling us to build a text message database. Which leads to what? Well, paid online virtual offerings. So pause and ask yourself this question right now. How would my business change if I were getting those benefits, aka leads with an engaged audience, and creating the online offerings that were more engaging and effective than my in-person workshops and services ever were? Do you really think that's possible? Well, it is. Plus, my ideal clients and audience, old or new, could access and pay for my online virtual offerings. So here's the truth. Creating online programs the way it's being taught will actually leave you feeling more paralyzed and ineffective than ever before. Zoom is an absolute disaster for replacing your live speaking and for creating a lead machine. Now, when you stay to the end of my master training today, I am going to give you the Zoom tips for how to easily get set up. But I'm going to tell you right now, those Zoom tips, doing Zoom, is not the answer for the lead machine that's going to help you really stand out as a speaker and set up online with your paid gigs. So going to Zoom is kind of like the cart before the horse mentality. So you need to understand why it's important to leave behind having only a basic Zoom account as your solution in your biz reset toolbox for getting people to actually respond to the content you create. So keep watching and check out the easier solution I have instead. So are you ready to pivot and discover the nuts and bolts behind the Biz Reset lead machine? The blueprint that enables you to turn your offline in-person workshops, programs, and services into virtual events that deliver breakthrough results with my lead machine. Well, who is this for? Well, if you were a big speaker who put butts in the seats, but quite frankly, want to pivot and take advantage of putting your content and programs online, yet still effectively engage your audience like you did offline, well, this is for you. What about if you're a coach who just really wants the dream lifestyle? Yeah, sitting on the dock of the bay, and you want to learn how to create online like you did offline. Well, this is for you. What if you want to broadcast, live stream to YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, but you don't want to waste time doing daily live streams that lead nowhere because they're not branded, as in no leads? Or if you just feel completely overwhelmed by creating things online, you don't know what to do or where to go, well, this is for you too. Or if you don't have a whole lot of time and a whole lot of equipment, if you're that type of coach, this is for you. Or if you just feel so absolutely frustrated that you feel like, give me a magic wand or a crystal ball, just make it happen. I don't care how, just make it happen. Or if you say, wow, I'm a coach that I really need somebody to point me along the path, kind of hold my hand and help me so that I learn how to create that lead machine that collects the email addresses, the engaged comments, the phone numbers to follow up with, enabling us to build a text message database, which leads to paid online virtual offerings without setting up a CNN center. If you don't want to do all that, then this is for you, especially if you've only presented face-to-face for many years. Know you need to create engaging and effective online virtual offerings, but don't know where to begin. So here's my promise to you. You don't have to be a TEDx speaker to stream to your audience and use your lead machine for getting emails and phone numbers and engage them at a high level. You can stream worldwide and engage with your audience 24/7. But are you feeling like there's an invisible barrier in your life keeping you from being as powerful a speaker and coach online as you were offline, making it super difficult to actually enroll clients? Do you get internet paralysis just thinking about how to proceed? Giving you everything you don't want, the anxiety, the sleepless nights, and the panic. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Well, I get it because I've been there too. But honestly, with just a laptop, a phone, and a camera in your computer or webcam, well, quite frankly, you've got this. I'm telling you, you can do it. Because I was able to do this exact same thing, to get 644 leads in 7 days. That's 92 leads per day on average, creating a new event, a new email database. So I'm going to show you how to do the exact same thing, utilizing my blueprint, the Biz Reset Lead Machine. Yes, it got 644 people on an email list in less than 1 week with a 65 to 82+% open rate. How did this happen? Well, we sent them to a lead machine. And this is one event that we created. It was actually called the Mindshift Summit for pickleball. And we had Anne McLean, astronaut Anne McLean, launch it, no pun intended. And this is the registration page, at least a screenshot of part of it. So you can see that they just had to register and unlock immediate access. And so here's what happened when they clicked on the registration button. This came up. And it uses your Facebook profile. You put in your name, your email, your phone number, and there goes your registration. So as you saw, our lead machine inside Facebook uses their Facebook profile for their registration, enabling us to automatically capture their email and phone number. And it creates what we call an SRM. So I blocked out the names of the people here, but you can see right down there. That's 1 out of 644 entrees. These are the people that came into this event, and we created it. And that SRM that's what it stands for, Social Relationship Manager. It's a file inside our app platform inside Facebook, and it can be exported at any time. And this allows you to use the emails to create a custom lookalike audience for Facebook ads or the phone numbers for a text message campaign. We can also link their names to our autoresponder, when they register, enabling us to send follow-up emails. So this is how I set that up, because I use Aweber. So all I have to do is put in my form ID, my list ID, and whoa, there it is. It's all connected. And this shows you where we had the email open rates with Aweber. You can see right here, it goes right there from in the 60s to above 80% open rates. This is unheard of. So I just confirmed the effectiveness of our Biz Reset lead machine. Again, 644 people registered on our platform inside Facebook, creating a SRM, social relationships manager with the people, as well as the creation of our email list connected via Aweber, all in less than 1 week with a 65 to 82+% email open rate. Now you just can't beat that. And you can create and offer any virtual programs and service, events, summits, courses, paid membership groups, and more, and get paid for those. If you notice right here, I'm showing you just one where we did a course, just a small course, and we gave a really special prize to the people who attended the Pickleball Mind Shift Summit. But here's another one. This one's actually $2,997, and you can see the button text there. You don't have to have a button subtext like back here a minute ago, the one that was $97, it had a subtext button. So that shows you you can have lower price programs or higher price programs. Now, I know you've probably been posting on social media, on your timeline and groups, etc., doing everything they told you to do to get leads. So what's the problem? Well, you have no way to capture their information and create what I did with the lead machine. I'll say it again. Do it the other way, and you have no way to capture email addresses, engaged comments, phone numbers to follow up with, building that text message database, which all of that leads to your paid online virtual offerings. So you do your daily live streams because some guru told you to do that, and yet you have no way to capture their information. I'll say it again. You have no way to capture this information that I'm showing you again. The email addresses, engaged comments, phone numbers, leading to the paid online virtual offerings. You do the traditional live streaming to YouTube because some guru told you to do that, and yet you still have no way to capture their information. You have no way to capture all of this. So maybe you spend a lot of money creating a fancy website that nobody visits, but you don't need a website for creating virtual online offerings that are engaging and effective. Just engage your audience with a Biz Reset lead machine where you register them. So you can create these virtual offerings where the people are inside Facebook. And you can then give your clients these breakthrough results. And once you implement our lead machine with its simple streaming solution, with a twist, of course, for creating all of your virtual events, you'll be able to capture, again, everything I've been showing you over and over here. But I can't stress how important this is. And you can link it all from your SRM, the Social Relationships Manager that's inside Facebook, to your autoresponder. And you'll be able to get clients and engage with them anywhere in the world, 24/7, if you have a cell phone or a computer. Yeah, that's all you need. You're looking at it in that picture. You'll be able to sleep like a baby, knowing you can present your virtual gigs online as effectively as you did offline and face-to-face. Yeah, sleeping like a baby. I love it. I mean, once you do that, you can just have the lifestyle that you want anytime you want. Yeah, doesn't that look great? Have that lifestyle you want. You've got this. You really can do it. And you'll potentially have more money than you had offline because your audience will be bigger. Yeah, you can broadcast throughout the world, like I said, 24/7. And your reach will not be limited by face-to-face numbers. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pivot. I want you to pivot from offline to online and start creating those virtual offerings and have this reset. I mean, you'll experience the Biz Reset knowing that you have a viable solution in place. And there are only 3 key transformative steps for streaming effectively. potentially creating a more lucrative online business for yourself. But everyone's different. We don't know how hard you'll work. You got to take the steps. You got to do the work. You know, the world changed forever, and many people felt like they were caught in business hell. I get it. You know, not knowing how to pivot to creating online offerings that are engaging and effective, much less how to get leads for creating authentic relationships. What we do know is what has worked for us, and we're getting ready to show you how our lead machine works. But I want to share a little bit about my background. This is my precious Riley Joy. We lost her 4 years ago. She was almost 15 years old. And I got to tell you, when that happened, I had been doing online since 2009, teaching people online training. But I just, honestly, I felt depressed. I just could not get on and do it. So, you know, it took me some time. And what I did in the meantime, I really went back to my roots in health and wellness. And I worked with a bioenergy device, which is fantastic for people's health. I love it. I love making a difference in people's health. But then the world changed forever, and my company's new product was called in what we call FDAL. You know, I love what they do, but, you know, we just got caught in this in-between limbo. So for 4 months, I couldn't really do anything. So then what did I do? Well, I'm a silver lining person, you know, and I hope you are too. Bottom line is, I'm here to help you solve your problem and find the solution, not to make excuses. And the silver lining is the COVID situation provided me the opportunity to return to my other roots. And that was doing lead machines and online training. You see, my background is as a coach for years and years. My tagline is Born to Coach. I coached women's basketball at the University of Kentucky. We had some great success. We were number 4 in the country. We won the SEC championship and beat Tennessee and Coach Pat Head Summit back in the day. So, you know, I've always coached. So I have various loves, but I did go back to being online, using my skills in coaching to help others not only discover how to create virtual offerings that are engaging and effective, but to teach them how to use my lead machine, because I love helping people learn how to do this. So yeah, I want to introduce you to this Biz Reset Blueprint. I'm going to take you through it step by step. And it's the lead machine you can't afford not to have. It's much more effective than your free Zoom account where they kick you off after 40 minutes. In fact, do you really want to be limited in the number of people who can watch you speak? I mean, you know, and it's sort of like a zoo in there with Zoom sometimes. Hey, I didn't make this stuff up, but this shows you right here, right from their site, how many participants can join the meeting, how many can use one host license. I mean, it talks about allowing up to 100 participants by default, and then up to 500 with a large meeting add-on. And so, you know, you have to pay more and more. So you do need what I call a viable solution, okay? And your viable solution is not Zoom. You know, we're just not going back to the way things used to be in business. That's not how it's going to work. We have a new normal, and that is presenting virtually online. So don't you think it's time that you did a pivot and had a biz reset and went from offline to online and really embrace the opportunity here? You know, you'll discover how to create lead machines that will power up your business online forever. If you're thinking, I don't have those tech skills or I'm just too old, let me reassure you, you can do this. I'm 67, got an electric typewriter for my high school graduation present. If I can do this, so can you. But, you know, I'm curious, what was it you liked about the old normal anyway? You know, when you were doing speaking and coaching offline, flying all over the country, being gone from home and your family all the time. Oh, being in a hotel by yourself, eating dinner by yourself. Or how are you liking the new normal where you're being taught by some gurus to set up Zoom meetings because it's the best way to get clients to follow you online? Nope, just not true. So please allow me to educate you about Zoom right now, because what I just shared with you is the easiest way to get clients that people are telling you. It's 100% false, because Zoom meetings aren't public and they usually aren't advertised. People cannot just magically find a Zoom meeting, especially yours. The same insanity would be true if you rented a hotel room when you were in the offline world, didn't advertise one red cent, thinking people would just show up to your event. Guess what you would have? Empty seats. So you have to market. You have to create a lead machine. So third, Zoom, as I said previously, limits the attendees. If you want more, you need to pay an arm and a leg. And they make the process of actually getting on the presentation super clunky and difficult for the viewer. Plus the muting issue where everyone's talking at once and there's feedback. No, thank you. So speaking of clunky, Zoom isn't browser-based, so you have to download software. And some people have a computer so old that it can't do it. Oh, yippee, what now? Oh, I forgot, Zoom has a browser-based version. It just doesn't have all the functionality. What? Yeah, they're basically telling you it's not going to work very well if you can't download their software and have to use the browser-based version. Geez. What good is it if you can't use all the functionality? So the real problem is too many people using Zoom don't even know how to use it effectively to engage their audience. Audience are experiencing death by Zoom. You used to hear about death by PowerPoint. Now it's death by Zoom. And they're becoming disengaged zombies who are multitasking while you're speaking and presenting. And sometimes it's like live Atlanta wrestling without any crowd control, with people stepping all over one another. So the bottom line with Zoom is you do not have control. So what is the answer? Do more, add more systems, do this and that? No, you don't need to do more. You need to do what works. That is the distinction. So what if you had a browser-based, low-tech fix, one which works in any browser? Heard of Chrome or Safari? What a novel idea. No extra software needed, lower security risk. And then we taught you how to use an unlisted YouTube video to create things. Yeah, watch this. The Biz Reset lead machine, what you do is you stream via browser-based broadcast platform I'm talking about over to YouTube. You make it unlisted, get an unlisted link, and you take it into Facebook and you embed it inside our special Facebook page where people register via their Facebook profile at your lead machine. And then you have your custom branded broadcast platform and go live inside there where people have registered. And so you are broadcasting to a private audience and you can sell your offerings. So the Biz Reset lead machine offers you this blueprint that enables you to turn your live streams into what I have coined as closed streams. They're closed streams because people register for them. You are sent a code and your guests, other speakers or presenters, just receive a link from you. Again, no software to download and no login necessary. And so then you are broadcasting throughout the world. But you broadcast, yes, you go live, but your audience is watching via the closed stream inside Facebook after registering. This is so cool how it works. And they arrived there inside Facebook via your lead machine, where you now host them on your branded platform. And they can leave comments and ask questions, and you can track those. I'm going to show you this in a minute. Right there, you see it. These are comments people are making inside a registered event. There's more of them. They're asking questions, they're giving feedback, making comments. And when they do, you can communicate with them, leaving comments and answering their questions. So do you recognize the opportunity this presents to engage your audience? I mean, see, virtual gigs done in the right way mean an engaged audience. You don't have to keep canceling offline events due to circumstances beyond your control, which we've been dealing with. Yeah, it's not like, come in, we're open. Well, kind of. That's the offline world. But this saves you both time and energy being online with an audience who wants to hear you speak, coach, and train. And today, most people want to watch you from their mobile phone. But if you go live directly from Facebook, same as with Zoom, you get zero branding. Yeah, see right here, I'll give you an example. What do you have on your mind? You go live, but there's no way to register them. You're just like streaming and they come and go. You gain nothing with that. And then you think, oh, I'll read an article and figure this out. And it says how to do Facebook Live in 9 simple and easy steps. Oh, what? That's insane. So none of them make it easy. Wouldn't you rather have an easy-to-use, browser-based, using Chrome or Safari broadcast booth that enables the branding of you while allowing simultaneous live streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn and more? Until recently, that was almost impossible to do because of the barriers. What barriers? Well, it's called technology. It just keeps improving, but you have to know and understand how to use what's available. The best part with what we do, by making it super public via your live stream with branding, you are still branding you, even when you don't require a closed stream registration. It's not like the regular Facebook Live. It is a Facebook Live with branding where you can scroll website links across the bottom of your live stream. So if you do a live stream with our broadcast platform, the branding helps you get noticed in the Facebook newsfeed. An image reflects your branding and includes a valuable offer will help your video stand out. So you scroll your custom domain across the bottom of your live stream and lead them to register at your closed stream offering, and you talk about it in your live stream. So the image can also pitch the offer for you, so you can then just focus on demonstrating the value of your speaking business. So let's look at an example. Live stream with no branding. Now this guy, he has a lot of followers, but he really has zero branding. He's losing what he could be doing. So yeah, Scott's super public, but his live stream again has zero brandings. Ours have it. That makes me smile. Watch the difference. This is just an example when we did the mental game and offered a coaching course. So you'll see that we can pop comments up on the stream. We can be communicating with people over on the side, answering their questions. So the branding's there. We put our website up. So with what we offer, you have control. That's the key. What we're doing allows us to hold the private live streams and charge for them if we want, converting the live streams to the closed streams. What most people do is simply live stream to the public, and that also has value, as I just covered. However, live streaming to the public without branding and without offering a link for registering for your virtual offerings, well, that's kind of like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Sonic, Hardee's, Jack in the Box, Carl's, and Five Guy Burgers and Fries all come together and doing commercials as burgers without any link to how you reach them. Are you kidding me? Who cares about the burgers? They want you to know how to find their burgers. So it's time to really put in a solid foundation and start building. It's like building a home. If you don't build a foundation and they bring the roof on day 2, you're in big trouble because you don't have any way to support it. So here's what we do instead when we drive them via live streams to our closed streams. We set up a custom domain that again rolls over to our lead machine, enabling us to register them inside Facebook via their Facebook profile, charge beforehand, and connect them to our autoresponder. Yeah, here we are. We got their email address, engaged comments. You just saw that inside Facebook. Phone numbers to follow up with, enabling us to build a text message database, which leads to our paid online virtual offerings. And you might say, why are you doing all of this inside Facebook? Because that's where the people are. That's where the party's happening. Why send them outside of Facebook to your website, static website, where nothing's happening? Don't lose them. Keep the party happening. So again, We stream via a browser-based broadcast platform over to YouTube, get the unlisted link. We take it into Facebook inside our special Facebook page where people register via your lead machine with their Facebook profile. You then have their email, phone number. You can have those engaged comments. You've got your custom branded broadcast platform. You go live to your private audience. You sell your offerings. That's as easy as it gets. Note, we can also have them register for something that is free, as I will soon explain. However, it leads to a paid program of some type if we deliver value. I truly want to give you a bad example of a closed stream. Here it is. Did you think you missed something? Well, you didn't. The last slide was blank. It was blank for a reason. That's because if you don't know how to make a live stream into a closed stream, you are out of luck. Yeah, because you don't register them. You get nothing, nada. Seriously, without knowing what we do and how we do it, you don't have the Biz Reset lead machine, which is so effective. And you cannot create a closed stream that enables you to register people inside Facebook via their Facebook profile and access the key benefits of the Biz Reset lead machine. And I keep coming back to this time and time again because I'm going to tell you, so few people know about this. This is like the secret sauce, the Biz Reset lead machine. And you're hearing about it. Consider yourself lucky because you can learn how to get those email addresses, engage comments inside your closed stream virtual event where you got the phone numbers. You can ring-a-ding them up, call them up, or put together a text message database. And that leads to your paid online virtual offerings. That is simply the bottom line. And there's 3 simple steps you must understand. Okay, let's start walking it. You know, these boots are made for walking. Hey, whether you're a guy or a gal, whoever you are, you got to walk and do the business. You got to do the steps. And if you can't host private live streams and charge for them, if you want, converting live streams to closed streams so that you can register them for future engagement, you can't build a list. You can't follow up with them. You can't have multiple chances to engage with them and enroll them into what you're doing. And if you can't do that, the gift that you have to share with the world never happens. And that would be a shame. I know all of you have a gift to share, and I want to help you share that gift. So what is the value of a list? Well, a list consists of people. And when you engage with people, you develop a relationship. That's the value. And when you have a relationship, people who like, know, and trust you will follow what you do and want to hear you speak, coach, and train. And then you get to share your gift and you get paid for doing it. Isn't that what you want, since you have an expertise and a great value to offer your audience? I mean, just a FYI, for every person on your list, when you cultivate it like you do a garden, you can't just put the seeds in and not water them. They won't come up. But when you do that, you cultivate your list, your relationships with the people. The value is about $1 per person per month. So if you build to a list with 5,000 relationships, you should be able to monetize that to about 5,000 a month. Or if you have 10,000, 10,000 a month. That's a minimum. So most speakers, coaches, and trainers give up either the ease of use or branding with Facebook Live or Zoom, and no opportunity, I'll say it again, I'm going to keep repeating it, getting those email addresses, engaged comments, phone numbers to follow up with, leading to your paid online virtual offerings. The problem with those platforms is they don't make streaming easy because of the technology. Shouldn't you have ease of use, your own lead machine, and branding? Yeah, well, I thought so. I believe that too. So our Biz Reset lead machine is an effective solution because it simplifies how you capture the initial lead. That's where it all begins. via a person's Facebook profile. That sets everything in motion for creating the authentic and ongoing relationship. So from there, it's easy to deliver your online offerings, beginning with a simple step. Taking an unlisted YouTube video. Yep, you can see this one right here. It says unlisted. I took that and we put it, inside our lead machine. We insert it in there, locking down the live stream and people's ability to access them unless they register via your lead machine inside Facebook. The problem with most live streams is that they are open to the public and there's no way to, yep, you got it, capture all this that I've been telling you about. So it's different if you're going live every day to showcase your expertise and using it as a vehicle for sharing a link over to your lead machine where they register with their Facebook profile for your virtual offerings. It's totally different if you want to do a members only pay before you attend close stream. So imagine what all you could do with a Biz Reset lead machine. What you can offer as you build your audience using this Biz Reset lead machine is just, it's unlimited. So can you see how sharing a lead machine that brands you and what you're doing while building your audience is way different? It enables the public to attend, but only if they register. Now we're making sense, huh? So want a snapshot of what different looks like? Well, I go back to where I showed you the SRM and the 644 people who had signed up through our lead machine in less than a week. Yeah, this registration created that social relationship manager that can be exported from Facebook at any time. Using our lead machine, you can essentially create any virtual offering, events, summits, courses, and more. You can build a membership app right inside your Facebook page and connect it to your private Facebook group. These are some examples of things that have been done. Now, this might look complicated, but you only have to set it up once. While we have shown you what is different, it's still hard to do by yourself. What's it going to cost you physically, mentally, and emotionally to do it by yourself? Look at what we created when people were isolated at home in 2020. A pickleball mental game 2-day virtual summit. A custom domain drove them to a branded lead machine inside Facebook where they encountered a registration page. Yep, we showed it to you earlier. There's Ann McLean. She was kicking it off and spoke for the first hour. They registered there. And that led afterwards, we can still use this to build an audience even after the summit was over. It was in April of 2020, and we still send people there and give them the free summit. But now what we have, all of these comments are comments from either people who participated or from the presenters themselves. So let me just ask you, have you ever seen that happen after a Zoom meeting? No, it's just over, it's done. So once your audience registers via your lead machine, it hooks into your autoresponder and allows them to enter through the gate. It's like ringing the doorbell at my front door and me confirming who you are and saying, hey, welcome, come on in. Glad to see you here. And then when you come in, I'm broadcasting to everybody because you're in the home base at that point for the lead machine where everything happens. Suddenly, everyone's connected and together in a new and different way versus the old way of doing business. Yeah, this was the old way. There's nothing wrong with that. And one day we'll do some of that again. But there's so much more opportunity in the virtual world. It's unlimited 24/7 throughout the world. And that's what people are really beginning to grasp. Oh, let me go back to that one. This is the old way of meeting on the pickleball court. Well, that just wasn't possible in the spring of 2020. Things were shut down. And so we offered them something that could help them, the mental game in pickleball, so that when they got back on the courts, they could translate that new mental game onto the court. Plus, it just helped them during the time that we were all going through. So once registered via our lead machine, the gate or the front door opened up and gave them They're like, come on into the home base for the virtual summit. In a video gallery consisting of short videos, like 2 to 3 minutes, introduced each summit speaker. So, you can do this for anything that you did. If you were having a webinar, a course, or anything, you could have a video gallery. By registering for this summit, the Biz Reset Lead Machine kicked in, creating our new list, an engaged audience interested in the importance of the mental game in pickleball success. So there we pulled them in. I've shown that to you a couple of times, and I think it's really important that you understand this SRM, this social relationship manager, is being created inside Facebook. And then we also were able to connect them to our autoresponder. Now, you don't have to do that, but we did because we wanted to send them follow-up emails. And we created a closed stream summit event when they registered, placing our live stream unlisted YouTube video inside our branded platform. So again, this shows you step by step how we did it. Went over this a couple of times, but it's that stream via the browser-based broadcast platform over to YouTube, get the unlisted link, take into Facebook, embed it inside our special Facebook page where people register via the lead machine with their Facebook profile. And then you've got your custom branded broadcast platform, that home base where people gather, you go live, and to that private audience, you've already collected their information, you can communicate with them, and you can sell their offerings in the future. Wow, blows my mind. And then this is like one of the emails. It's just thanking them for registering. You can do that. So when it was time for people to return to day 1 and day 2 of the summit, because, they registered the week before. As I said, we created those 644 leads in like a week when we put this out. So when it was time for the summit, day 1 and day 2, they simply returned to that custom domain where they registered, and it recognized them each day. It was as if once you rang the doorbell at my door one time, you come to my door again, it recognizes you and says, hey, come on in, promptly allowing them through the gate to reach home base for the summit where they could watch day 1 and day 2. So this is what it looked like before we pushed the button and made it go live. Now, have you ever registered for other events and the link is not the link where you register and you can't find it and the links sometimes break and you end up missing the event? Oh, gosh, that's happened to me so many times. Well, we solved that issue. That custom domain takes them to the branded lead machine where everything happens. And beneath the 5-hour unlisted YouTube videos that showed for day 1 and day 2, because it was 5 hours each day inside the branded platform, there we are. It shows that day 1, that video is unlisted. You can only access that by coming inside the lead machine. And there were comments and questions which were answered by each presenter. You can see them happening right here. I gave you screenshots of that. Okay, sure, it was a free summit, but they had to register. You might be scratching your head saying, and what was the benefit? Well, first of all, we delivered great value to our audience, and they'll never forget that. If you remember the comments I showed you earlier, they said things like, I'm going to let you see this because it's hard to show the smaller writing. Thank you for having the courage and vision to put on this fabulous summit. Or Peter is the Oprah of pickleball. But it wasn't just the comments, it was the questions, such as, when I'm playing and I feel my mental focus drift shift and my performance suffers, like several unforced errors in a row, I have difficulty shifting my energy and turning things around in a tournament. Any tips? And so I said, Leslie, please join us for our summit after party via live stream tomorrow. So see, after the summit, we turned around and did a regular live stream and then drove them back to our Mindshift Summit where they could rewatch the videos. And we also offered them some other things, which you'll see in a minute. And I said, we'll answer your question. You'll receive a link via email. Thank you for being here and thank you for your input. So I invited them to another event. So does the mental game in pickleball sound a little bit like life in general and what speakers encounter with audience? And you may be saying, look, I don't want to do a pickleball event. Of course you don't. You want to do one in your niche. I'm only giving you this as an example. Your niche is going to be different than something I've offered. And I offer a variety of things. One of my course offerings for $2,497 is something totally different than pickleball. So if our free summit had simply been a 2-day live Facebook event, think about it. We could have done it via Facebook Live, but we couldn't have built a list because people would just come on if they wanted, leave when they wanted, We would have had no way to register them. So that's the value of our Biz Reset lead machine. You've always heard if you build it, they will come. Well, no, this isn't Field of Dreams. It's build it and offer value and they will show up. And that's what we did. And they showed up, 644 people on the email list in less than 1 week with a 65 to 82% open rate. And over 600 of them attended the event live. Now, that's just unheard of. And again, these open rates for the emails, all the way up to from 60-something%, 65% to 82+% open rates. We had an engaged audience. Now, talk with anybody doing business online. That many people in a short amount of time is not normally an easy task. Plus, remember that while the autoresponder connects to their email, we still have that SRM, the social relationships manager file, their cell phone number that we can download. An engaged list of people you can personally pick up the phone and call. Wow, that's golden. Translation, provide value and attract a highly interested and engaged niche group using the lead machine. You interested now? Yeah, your niche, not mine. So the Biz Reset lead machine. Wow, you got to love it. It's as simple as what you see in front of you right here in this picture. Or in this picture using a computer or a phone. Or this setup. However you want to set it up, it's easy. And it enables you to get out of the overwhelm, understand how to do it, and broadcast to people throughout the world. It's unbelievable. Or you can be in a cafe. There's all types of environments and settings that you can be creating. This is my favorite. Sitting there at the beach, on your phone, creating your lead machine, connecting with people. So now you might be wondering, and what happened after the free summit? Because I might do that in my niche, but how do I get them to the paid gigs? Okay, here you go. As Paul Harvey was known to say, and now for the rest of the story. They were offered a 4-week coaching course on the mental game in pickleball, and 75 people signed up. Okay, that's great. It was called Tame the Beast by turning your mind shit into a mind shift. Make your mental game your new best friend. Yes. So it was great. We showed them what we're going to be in the modules. This was our lead machine we set up. These are screenshots of it. And there's the button that they register with. We just gave them a heck of a deal. $97 for a 4-week module. We had top pros on there. We had journals they could download and track, what they're doing, how they're setting up their pickleball game, preparing. So you can just see this right here. This was the email. Congratulations. Welcome to Epic Mindshift Coaching. So we had connected them through the autoresponder. See, when they use their Facebook profile to register, we automatically capture their what? I bet you can say it by heart now. I've repeated it so many times, you know what it is. Email address, engaged comments, phone number. And now they are connected to our autoresponder so we can do follow-up emails. So right there, you can see this is how I set it up with PayPal and collect their money. And I've got Aweber connected. You can see that there. We teach you how to set it up with the PayPal. Imagine what else you can do with paid before registering. Yes, for your online offerings, those virtual offerings that engage just as effectively as you did offline. But that's not the end. Can there really be another and now for the rest of the story? You bet. Watch this. because our lead machine enables the opportunity to offer JV partnerships. Now, I'm taking this right from our app. The JV affiliate link, it gives you that. And then we're able to invite other partners to email and drive traffic to our lead machine for us, okay? They invite others into our private programs, and we split the commissions with them, or give them how you can determine what percentage you want to give them. This is a great win-win. So we find people with big YouTube channels and or courses in our niche, and we offer to do a JV, joint venture partnership, and we give them a cut of the sales they bring us. That's a win-win strategy, helping more people with both parties creating more income. So you want to scale, don't you? And have an unlimited audience who registers via your lead machine and taps into all your virtual offers? Well, there's a way for you to get what you want without it costing you more. No matter how many people turn up to hear you speak, there's a reason why Facebook Live without our system doesn't deliver. Nobody registers for the Facebook Live events. Plus, it lacks the branding and the ability to pop up questions on your screen. Our Biz Reset lead machine enables us to answer questions in real time, just like on a radio show or in a TV interview. So right there, you're seeing it. We've got questions coming up at the bottom. We've got our branding at the top. We can even scroll other things along the bottom. So it's very interactive in what we can do. So you can see right there, we were able to put a link. Those were some great notes on the Mindshift Summit that one of the participants put together. So we can even begin our live stream or our closed stream with a special short video. When it was Veterans Day, we did a quiet moment for our veterans. It's just a 1-minute video. We wanted to honor them. And then in another one, we had a video of Dane working out, and showing how he gets his mental game ready for being on the court. So this is about reaping the audience engagement and reaping the rewards. Get engagement, you reap the rewards. And after seeing what I just shared, why would you want your world to go back to the old normal? I mean, it would actually keep you from succeeding wildly beyond anything you can imagine, because meeting face-to-face, though great, it has its limitations. Now, people believe they can build a rocket ship and go to the moon. But why not just hire the people at NASA, huh? I mean, they believe they should build all of this on their own. Yes, after all, being very smart, that seems logical. I know all of you are smart. But is it a good use of their time? If you want to figure out all on your own and to do all the heavy lifting, you can. Knock yourself out. If you want us to do some of that heavy lifting so you can hit your target, let's talk. I want you to hit the bullseye. That's our goal for you. We've been around the block. We can show you how to build an email list from scratch using our Biz Reset lead machine. Let me be honest. I wish I had gotten a coach sooner than later. Like I said, I've been in this for about 12 years. And I tried to do it all on my own in the beginning. And I was like a slow turtle on the way to nowhere. I got coaching because you know what? A good coach always knows they need coaching. If you want to fast track what you're doing, that's what you do. So let's recap. I pulled back the curtain on the Biz Reset lead machine. Can you do it on your own? Sure. If that's how you want to spend your time and energy, there's no problem with that. Can you do it easily on your own? No. It's taken me years to put together all the skills I will share with you. You can't just hit the easy button on this one. No, it doesn't work that way. So my question to you is, would you like for us to teach you how to create your own lead machine, to build up your audience so you can create online offerings that are both engaging and effective? Would you like us to help turn live streams into branded closed streams where people register using the lead machine you create so that you can charge for what you offer? Yes, charge for what you offer. Or do you want us to help you get your autoresponder hooked up and working? Help you get your PayPal connected so you can collect money for all of your virtual offerings? Help you get branded broadcasting booths set up? Yeah, so that you have branding, banners, scrolling, copy, green screen, virtual background. Hey, let's get you looking professional. So let's continue recapping here how you'll ramp up your income using the Biz Reset lead machine so you can present your virtual offerings throughout the world 24/7. Yep, it's time for that Biz Reset that we've been talking about. This is the value online for you as a speaker, a coach, a consultant, or a business trainer. It lies far beyond Zoom or Facebook Live. It's about using our Biz Reset blueprint with our lead machine, creating and building your audience with a solid foundation so that when you put up the walls and you add on the roof, you actually have a home. I mean, can you actually imagine me inviting you to my home and then you arrive and I say, well, let's just sit by the pond. I don't really have a home. That'd be crazy. And it's about remaining relevant by engaging with your audience live via your lead machine registration page. It's about delivering your other services throughout the world 24/7 while you sleep and dream of, hey, what's next? Yeah, look out there into space. There's a whole big world online for you throughout the world 24/7. It's about helping more people that you have a gift for helping. They need to find you and potentially creating more income online than was ever possible offline by leveraging your expertise to a worldwide audience. Yeah, you literally have the world in your hands with a lead machine. What is the cost to not fix this? Well, there's a financial cost. You continue losing income because you're paralyzed and doing nothing and just dreaming about what could be if things were just the old normal. That old normal we talked about that really wasn't all that great. Yep, you got your head in the sand of money, but you're not creating any. So there's a financial cost. There's a cost to not fix this, the emotional cost, the anxiety and the panic permeate your daily life, making you feel sleepless in Seattle or anywhere. There's a cost to not fix this, the relational cost. You're distracted and not present with your family and friends. It feels like your mind is just popping off, into little bits into the space. And there's a cost to not fix this, the lifestyle cost. Your inability to afford what you really want to do. Yeah, sitting on the dock. I mean, is that a view? Don't you want that lifestyle? And you won't be able to be running your virtual gigs from your phone or laptop with the ocean as your real backdrop and not your virtual backdrop. And you won't have this view if you don't create this dream lifestyle. What does it cost not to fix this in terms of your health cost? Well, you can't sleep. You can't concentrate. You feel anxious. You engage in risky behaviors. Let's not even go there. It's just frustrating. So the good news is you don't have to stay where you are and not be able to replace your previous offline face-to-face income as a speaker, a coach, a consultant, or a trainer. The good news is you don't have to stay where you are and not be able to create your lead machine, which is the real key, the secret sauce, and develop an unlimited audience and produce more income than you ever thought possible. And you can just strut your stuff. I mean, go at it. Be big, be bold. I want to help you fix this. But you must invest in getting to the next level. You have pretty much two options to get an outcome. Figure it out all by yourself and waste a fortune in time and money and energy, or get help from someone who's paid the price before you and who can fast track you. And the environment always wins. The environment you put yourself in always wins. So how I can help? Well, I've set aside some time to speak to you personally and have a conversation and find out what you've been doing in your business that's working or not working. The not working is just as important as what's working. Let's find out what's going on for you. I want to answer any questions you have about our lead machine and how people register via their Facebook profile, enabling us to get, again, I bet you can say it by memory, email addresses, engaged comments, phone numbers to follow up with, enabling us to build a list, a text message database, which leads to paid online virtual offerings that are effective and engaging and help you create breakthrough results for your ideal clients and audience. Cost to have a conversation? Well, it's free. Then if you want me to help you, and if I think it's a good fit, I might invite you to become one of my exclusive clients. If we work together, you will discover the joy of creating your own lead machine without having to figure it out all on your own. If we work together, you will create your lead machine that connects the dots without feeling overwhelmed, because I will be holding your hand through each step. If we work together, you will discover how to use your lead machine to create and offer your virtual offerings that are engaging and effective with your audience throughout the world 24/7, without having the limitations of speaking only face-to-face. So you can do one too many virtual presentations. You're the one presenting to unlimited audience without technical know-how or hiring strangers. You will personally experience people using their Facebook profile to register and see how you automatically capture their email and phone number and link them to your autoresponder. So, here's a beautiful lemon tree. Okay, it's gorgeous, isn't it? But here's the truth. Are you ready? Are you ready and willing to have that lemon tree pay you dividends and make some lemonade out of those lemons? I mean, just ask yourself. If you are, this is what I want you to do. I want you to click on the buttons that you see that pop up that enable you to actually get a call with me. You're going to be able to fill out an application and get on my calendar. So look for that, click on it, because the world is your oyster. I mean, you've got this. You can travel the world. You can have fun. You can have the dream lifestyle. You can do business wherever you want, in a cafe or at the beach. This is a quote. My success was due to good luck, hard work, and support and advice from friends and mentors. But most importantly, it depended on me to keep trying after I had failed. A guy named Mark Warner said that. But you know what? That could just as easily be me. Because when I've been knocked down, I just keep trying. After I failed, I get after it. I'm like a dog on a bone. And so you've got to keep crossing the street, taking the steps, doing the work, whatever it takes. So now you're going to be able to apply with CoachB.com. That's all you really have to do. So if you're like that bird sitting on the fence, I want you to think about it for a second. I want you to go to apply with CoachB.com. So let's go back over there again. But I just wanted to say thanks for having been here. I really want to work with you and have a conversation with you. And I am going to send you those Zoom tips. Even though that's not the answer to your lead machine, I'm going to send it to you. And when you get that, you're actually going to have another bonus within that bonus. But I just wanted to come here and thank you for being here. But I really want you to go back now, and I want you to go to apply with CoachB.com. Okay? Go back and apply. Do what you need to do. You see that bird on the fence? Jump off the fence. Dare to fly. Spaces are limited, so apply now. I can't talk with everybody, but if you get there, fill out the application, get on my calendar. I would love to see if you're one of the ones that gets that spot. So go now again to applywithcoachb.com. There is no cost for it, and I look forward to talking with you soon.